let's turn it over to the Autumn Show.
Say hi.
That's when they always go quiet. You say, hey, 3, 2, 1. There she is. All right. Autumn's with us, and she's just 3 years old. She's having a ball here. Mom's also with us, Misty. Thanks so much for stopping by and joining us and sharing the story. We love the shirt, by the way. You guys are festive.
Thank
You've
you.
got the
Thanks
red
for having
going.
us.
She's got the reindeer. Love it. Are you ready for the holidays?
Autumn, are you ready for Santa?
Yeah, I'll get the smile a little bigger. All right. Well, Mom, let's share her story a little bit. I guess let's just start with you. When you were pregnant, you kind of felt something, noticed something different, and went to see somebody, and they said, "Well, okay, something to look at here." How did it all start? How did it all begin? Where her story picks up.
Yes. It was February 22nd, 2013, and I was 34 weeks, 2 days pregnant with Autumn. And I knew something was off that day. I hadn't felt her move since the night before, and that was very unlike her, who typically moved quite a bit in utero. So
you just thought to yourself, she's not kicking, she's not moving,
Exactly right.
Got a little worried.
Everyone at work said, that's normal when you're big pregnant. Don't worry about it. But in my gut, I knew something was wrong. So I called the doctor and went over there, and they did some monitoring. They couldn't get her to move, and her heart rate had a sinusoidal pattern. So I instantly got sent to St. Pete General, and there they ended up doing an emergency cesarean after several attempts to try to get her to move. And when she was born, she ended up coming out, and she hardly had any blood left in her body, and she was limp and kind of white gray color, and they got her going, but she had a 2 APGAR score, so she wasn't doing well. And then
what is that exactly?
Basically she had a heart rate and something else. So they test all different things, like what kind of movement when they lift their limbs, they should, show some sort
just
of resistance,
not responding
but
the way
everything
that
just went limp.
A regular newborn would. Okay.
Yeah. So next thing I know, I'm back in recovery, and I have doctors in my faces signing paperwork saying we need to take her to All Children's right away.
Did you know that was a possibility? When you felt something was wrong, you went and saw somebody, and you kind of learned what was happening. Did you know that, okay, as you're giving birth, as you're going to welcome your daughter, that there's a possibility she's going to have to be taken and rushed to a different hospital and go through, some serious stuff? Or did that kind of come as a surprise?
The entire thing came as a surprise, honestly. I had everything planned. I'm a planner. I thought I was going to have a natural birth, and I wasn't going to have a cesarean. And next thing I know, I'm getting wheeled back for a cesarean, and then all of a sudden I hear suction, I need more suction. I knew something was wrong, and then I felt like I was slipping away from myself, and so I said goodbye to my husband. Said, tell Autumn I love her, because I didn't think I was going to make it. And then when they brought her by me, I knew something was wrong with her. And then, like I said, next thing I know, doctors were in my faces saying we need to take her to All Children's, and I got to just touch her hand really quickly as she was seatbelted into the incubator.
Wow.
With the ambulance staff to take her away. And my husband said, what do I do? I said, go. And my in-laws said, what do I do? And I said, go to the hospital with Autumn in the ambulance. And the nurse said, Misty, if you would have waited one more day, she probably would not have made it.
I was just going to say that. I see in the notes that they told you that, basically. If you waited one more day.
Correct.
The difference between making it and not making it, just 24 hours.
So, yes, I think the key takeaway is for all women when they're pregnant, no matter what anyone tells them, if you feel like something is off, just go see your doctors.
We've kind of heard that in some stories over the couple days, not just if you're pregnant and something seems off, but if anything seems off, being younger in the age they are or whatever, just, have it looked at. Even if you think it's nothing, don't brush it off.
That's exactly right.
So coming here to Johns Hopkins, All Children's Hospital, what was the first thing you noticed as you get here and you start dealing with the people here and you start kind of going through the phases of returning here and going through the process?
Well, I think for me it was a little different because I had to stay at St. Pete General since I had the cesarean, and that was a Friday, February 22nd, so I didn't get released from the hospital until Monday. So my husband would come stay with Autumn, and the family would be with Autumn. So I just kind of felt like, okay,
Right.
I'm hanging out in the
You're kinda in
hospital.
limbo for a couple
I'm
days
supposed
there.
to be a mom, but I have no baby. And then when I got out, I came over here, of course, right away, and I apologized to my husband. I said, I know you've been in hospitals the last 3 days, but I need to go see my baby. And he said, understood. Drove me right over here and came in and saw her in her incubator and instantly got emotional.
So it's called silent maternal fetal hemorrhage.
Correct.
How common or uncommon is that?
Extremely uncommon. At first, the doctors weren't sure what happened actually, and it wasn't until I was pregnant with my son Carter that I started seeing the all children's doctors across the street, and they said, we're going to look into that. We need to see what happened. And then it was one of the doctors that was also pregnant at the time that diagnosed me with the silent maternal fetal hemorrhage.
And then, Autumn, what are you drawing there? Oh, she's she's ignoring us. What are you drawing? What is it?
Potato.
What is it? Potato?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's drawing a potato for us. I love it. All right. So,
Potato.
how's Autumn today?
Autumn is great. You would never even guess that anything happened.
By looking at her, absolutely not.
The
Ball
silent
of fire.
maternal fetal hemorrhage, they told me it was something extremely rare, and I probably wouldn't even find much on the internet about it. But just for those listening out there, what it is basically is where the blood that the mother has in her and the baby has in him or her is supposed to be separate, and there's like a pressure barrier that keeps it separate. But in these rare instances, something throws that off
Potato.
to where both mom and
Potato.
baby are sharing blood back and forth.
Wow.
And they don't know how long it took place, but that's why I didn't feel her moving anymore. She had no more blood to give me, and that's why she was limp inside.
Well, thank goodness you ended up here, and thank goodness the money that we worked to raise these couple of days, it goes towards research and it goes for care, and it's just another example of why we do it, just for stories like Autumn's here. You ready for Christmas, Autumn? Yes? We like the bow and the shirt. All right.
Yes, thank goodness. It was obviously very hard because I wasn't able to stay here overnight with her, but I was here all day, every day, the 12 days she was here. And it was reassuring knowing that when I wasn't here, that the staff, the doctors, nurses, everyone was taking, the best care of her that they could.
Absolutely. And they put a little note on the page, and somebody reminded me, said, make sure you mention that. Just bring it up that, you're related to Don Zimmer.
Correct.
When we say Autumn Zimmer and Misty Zimmer, if the Zimmer name sounds familiar from baseball.
That's right.
Coach Don Zimmer I guess I'd know him more for the Yankees, but he did some time with Tampa, didn't he?
That's correct. He
Okay,
did. Autumn is his great-granddaughter.
But somebody said, make sure you mention that. It's a great story. It's a great tie-in. So we want to mention that and say that, yep, Autumn is Don Zimmer's granddaughter, and unfortunately lost him a couple years ago.
Correct.
But thank you for stopping by and bringing Autumn and drawing us this fantastic potato. Let's get a picture of that potato. We want that on our website.
Thank
That's
you
one
for
of the
having us.
Best potatoes I've seen.
Autumn, can you say
All right, thank you guys.
Potato.
It's another great story here with All Children's Hospital. It's the reason that we work these couple of days and we raise the money that we can, and that starts with you listening, with becoming a monthly Miracle Maker for just $15 a month. If you want to become one with us, you can do it right now, 1-800-270-8642. And as we just kind of talked about Autumn's story, there's so many other stories that are going to come along that are going to be similar to hers and entirely different, that they need the money for education and research. And the great staff here at All Children's Hospital, great stories that come here these couple of days. If you want to be a part in keeping it going and contributing, 1-800-270-8642. That's the number to become a monthly Miracle Maker, $15 a month. You can also do it online if you want to donate. It doesn't have to be a monthly Miracle Maker, but you can donate in any amount, 1-800-270-8642. A few more minutes to get in with our trip to the Runaway Country Festival with Jason Aldean, Michael Ray, and more. It's going to be one of those 3-day weekend festivals. We'll get you a hotel room package and tickets for the weekend. And everybody that becomes a monthly Miracle Maker here before 3 o'clock gets in the drawing for that. The weekend is coming before you get done with work for the day and start thinking about Christmas and all that shopping going on for the weekend. Take time to call us up. Become a monthly Miracle Maker at $15 a month. Autumn, tell them to give us a call. Call us. Okay, call us, please. Call us, please. We might put Autumn on the phone. All right. 1-800-270-8642. Become a monthly Miracle Maker with us. Our US 103.5 Cares for Kids Radiothon. We'll have more coming up from St. Pete with Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.